Hi, I hope you're doing well. Today I am going to touch on a feature of your house that is the most underestimated and mostly forgotten feature. And what happens to it? And does it get noticed when you go to sell? And it does. What is it? The trim. The trim in your home is oftentimes the most forgotten detail of your house when it comes to day-to-day living. It's so easy to just completely forget about your trim because it goes unnoticed. It's on the floor, you look down. Basically, if you think about it, anything below your waist or above your head typically gets forgotten unless you're intentionally going about cleaning it, because within eye level is really what you focus on throughout the day. So when it comes to your trim, a lot of times it's one of the things that can get the most dirty, can build up dust, and can get the most beating when it comes to wear and tear. So before you go to sell, one of my biggest suggestions is to look down and to look up. When you look down, make sure you focus in on your trim. If you notice it's been beaten up because maybe you have kids that have run into it with walkers, or you just have older kids who've run into it with hockey sticks and sports equipment or whatever it may be. Look down, look at your trim. If it's pretty marred up, go over it with a coat of paint. Clean it up. And I'm not saying you have to go through your whole house and all of your trim everywhere. It's really going to be the floor level trim that's going to take the biggest hit. And if you could just go through and even just touch up, it makes a huge difference. If you just notice that it's dirty and it's really not marred up, go through. My biggest and most effective tool, well, the best and most effective tool for cleaning trim I found is one of those Swiffer sweeper sticks, that if you just take one of those Swiffer sticks and you run it across your trim, if it is really pretty dirty and you need to take it a step further, a lot of times magic erasers or just a rag that you just wipe it down with. But whatever you can do to clean it up and get it fresh looking, it's going to make a big difference. And then make sure you look up for the cobwebs, look up for any type of, maybe you have some stains on your ceiling from toys or old damage or whatever it is. Look up, make sure stains are cleaned up, make sure cobwebs are wiped down. So those are my two biggest suggestions. Look down and look up, make sure it looks clean and fresh, and make sure you really focus on your trim and notice if it is looking a little bit marred up or if it's looking a little bit dirty. Make sure you get that cleaned up before listing, because buyers will come in and they will notice. We don't notice, and they won't notice in their own home, and we don't notice it day to day, but buyers will come in and they'll look around and they will notice, because it's not their home, and we always notice everything else in other people's homes that we don't notice in ours oftentimes. So that's my biggest suggestion, is to look down and up and really focus in on that trim. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. We'd love to help.